20%, 30%, but they're talking about it going all the way until Sunday.
Wow.
Sunday?
Yeah, 20%. I mean, it's a greater chance it's not raining.
Yes, but
you realize that, right?
Saturday,
you get odds, right?
Yeah, 50% is Saturday.
Gotcha. Okay, well, so we'll have a little bit of rain. Power's been knocked out at some of the places here in Mansfield, Texas.
I got knocked out last night.
You still don't have any power?
No, it came on. As I was trying to fix to get the garage. All the lights came on, and I had.
Then there was light.
And then there was a light. And I was able to open the garage.
Yes, is that who you felt like when you touched it? The lights came on.
No, I think I said a few cuss words, and then it came on.
Probably not. I don't know. Not recommended. Not recommended. Hey, drive safe. 41 days of getting out and looking. We love the streaks right there.
Record breakers.
Yeah, so if you weren't on there this morning, hey, listen, you have 10 hours to make it 42 days, right? Get through this day and then get through tomorrow as well. Get out and look and make it happen every single day. We count on you, and you are the ones that make that happen. Drive safe, 7 days of accident-free as well. We've crossed over that week, and now we're into that second week. All these streaks are attainable. All these streaks can last forever. It's just something we got to do.
It's going to take a little bit of work. It'll take a little bit of, actually, it'll take a lot of work, but it can be done. And as long as we continue to do the fundamentals of setting the parking brake, turning on the flashers, walking back there, taking a look at what's going on back there, making sure that before you back up, you know exactly what you're getting into, and then back in the truck up. And if you have to get out again, get out again. I mean, it's that simple. You want to make sure everyone's safe. And if you believe that, you'll do what it takes.
Yes, you will. And I know Buckle Up Bob will be on here. You had a great conversation today. Going over the 30-minute break, though.
Oh, yeah.
So any big changes to that? I mean, it's a 30-minute break. It's just you just can't take it while you're driving.
Yeah, I mean, before you had to do it in the off-duty position. Mm-hmm. And it had to be done after either on duty or driving. So you could sit there, you could be in an on-duty mode and then driving and what have you, as long as when you got 8 hours worked.
But what if you're driving and you're distracted? Can you use it then?
No. What are you doing anyway, being distracted while driving? Here at BCB, practicing the BCBs of trucking, right?
I just seen if I could sneak that in on you. So not even then.
No, right? Especially not then. Do us a favor, take the break, then get distracted. Take the break and then get distracted. If you feel
yourself getting distracted, pull off the road. Be distracted while you're not driving is what Drive Safe said. 30 minutes to do that.
I do it all the time. I get distracted while not driving.
It's a good time to get a little break in, to walk. You get a little walk in to get your energy flowing again.
You know, and believe it or not, you can do it while you're on duty, which means you can even be sweeping out the back of the truck. I mean the trailer, and be performing your 30-minute break.
Some trucks need to be swept out too.
Yes.
Right.
Yes,
hosed out.
Yes, and we'll not mention fire, but some of them definitely need to be cleaned in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And I can attest to that. It is true. But really, just so you know, that the 30-minute rule came to the drivers, and they went to Congress, and they said, look, the 30-minute rule doesn't really apply if we're not behind the wheel. That's where we have to focus all the time. That's where we have to be this all the time. And what they did was they listened, and they said, you're right. It's getting away from this just for whatever it is you're doing. Even if you're working on your logbook or you're cleaning out your side box or you're doing something else, at least you're not out there being focused and looking and staring at that big TV screen that you got in front of the truck.
Yeah. Hey, listen, we have a holiday coming up right upon us, right?
Absolutely.
This weekend. Hey, do me a favor. Listen. If you're looking to run, if you have some miles you want to run, make sure you're communicating that today to the driver managers.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
On the freight side, listen, it's hard to go get freight on Friday if you decide I want to work on Monday. We got to know today, driver managers, drivers, work together. Let's get you planned out for that weekend. Get your break in, get your 34, maybe get you a hamburger, and get on the road Sunday if that's what you want.
Yeah, and knowing ahead of time is key. Knowing ahead of time. And look, you plan ahead. Look ahead. If you're on your 34-hour break now and you're going to be using it and you're coming off, hey, you don't want to give away back. You don't want to give 35 hours back. That to me seems like theft. I mean, that seems like I lose something when I give back 27 hours of my 70-hour clock. I mean, that's not right. I don't want to do that. I want to make sure that I use it. Hey, and this is going to be a great time to get extra miles,
It
to go
really
out, because
is.
there's opportunities out there,
So
right?
look, right here, man, there is freight galore. Here's where we stand right now, and I wish I could. I probably can do this somewhere here, but I ain't worried about it. Here's where we are right now, 15,700. And I want you to look at this for a second. If we look at the freight volume in the last 6 months, look, we're towards the most freight we've had in the last 6 months, and it's been a great 6 months. If we look at a going forward basis, we look here in this green and this pink. Well, this is 2018, 2019, and 2020, and you can see how much more freight's going on today than was going on back in those days. It's a great chance to run, right? And we don't know Drive Safe. You know, we feel like, hey, listen, we have another 12 months, I'd say, in us right now. Maybe longer than that, but I'm going to say 12 months right now. I think I've gone from 14 to 16. I feel comfortable for 12 months to get out there and work and do this. But we don't know. None of us know if another pandemic, if something else is going to happen to shut the economy down. We found out painfully a year ago. And when you have an opportunity to go out and get miles, to go out and make more money, I feel like it's that time you just got to do it. You got to buckle up then and go do it, because you don't know what's ahead. If you're an independent contractor, your truck's running great right now. Now's your time, Drive Safe, to go get some more miles, because you don't know that you're going to hit a cow, right? You don't know. You're not planning on that, but you know what? It happens.
It does happen. And you know what? You've got to make sure that when you have the opportunity, you seize the day, right?
There you
seize
go.
the day and you go do what needs to be done.
I mean, this freight market, again, even if we go back to when freight wasn't in a COVID season, no matter what, here's where it was and here's where it is. Look at that difference in there. It is crazy. There is a lot of freight. You have an opportunity. Driver managers, work with your drivers if they want to find a way to create a Y split, to create an opportunity to create more success in them. And Drive Safe, we're not going to lie about, hey, listen, when you do well, so do we.
Right.
We all want to do well. We have that opportunity. We're not asking you to drive unsafe. No, above all, we want to make sure that we're safe on the road.
100. You still got to follow the BCBs of trucking.
Yes.
And that always is, first of all and foremost, is be safe. But what we're saying is there's a chance to strike while the iron's hot. There's a chance to go out and get something that normally you might get that long run. You might want to run a little bit over this weekend. Might be next week. Might what have you. I'm telling you, you've got a chance to make a difference today. And don't give back hours.
No.
Don't give back hours. I mean, look, I understand if you have commitments and you got something planned or what have you. I get it. But go get back in the truck when you're done. Go make a difference. I mean, we have a chance here to change not only BCB, but you have a chance to change your life, make more money, right, and benefit yourselves.
There's definitely an opportunity there. Now, listen, if you're not getting participation calls, up Scott Shapiro, that's what he's there for.
Absolutely.
But listen, we get it. We're here to work together to create more safe miles, more revenue, more for you, more for us. It's what we have. We have a lot of long runs as well.
We do.
If you want to stretch your legs over this weekend, boy, what a great time to do it right now. If you want to run some freight and create some miles somewhere in there, hey, we can be creative as well. Let's figure that out together. But raise your hand, talk to us, let us know if you're wanting to participate in that, because there are opportunities. But as the week gets closer, I mean, it's already Tuesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. We've got to tell our customers to load trailers up. You can't tell them Friday, because guess what? They're on work slowdown about Friday because they're taking Monday off.
Yeah, look, I will tell you that it's business as normal, and everybody's pushing freight right now. Let's be honest. I mean, it is a time to look back, and it is a time to take pause, but it's not a time to stop.
Yes.
I mean, that's what Memorial Day is for. It's a time to be in remembrance and to turn and take a moment of pause, but it is not a time to stop. It is a time to move forward. We got a chance to really make a difference. We don't know what it's going to bring.
We don't.
We don't know what fuel prices are going to do. We don't know if we're going to get hacked again at some place. We don't really know. It has been an up and down season when it comes to just thinking of what to expect.
Yeah, it's been a weird 12, 14, 16 months between the cyber attacks, COVID, all the things that have gone on. It's been weird.
It has.
Essential, non-essential businesses.
Chips, not having
Yes.
microchips, not having wood, not having. I mean, I'm telling you, the shortages are going to create opportunities for us to go out and move some freight. And as they produce and as they bring the products back in, it's going to be an opportunity. But who's to say how long until the warehouses fill back up?
Yeah, and again, and I'm going to stress it out. You can only do. I'm when it comes to things like this, boy, you just have to take advantage. You said it. Strike when the iron's hot. You just have to, and I'm just going to encourage you to do that. Owner-operators, I'm talking to you, a lot of you, because you don't know when your truck goes down,
Nope.
and that may be the part that's still stuck in the Suez Canal. I mean, it could be. I mean, you don't know that. Get it while you can, because we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
No, we don't. And you know what? This is really, to me, I think this is a chance for when you, and I'll tell you, just looking, and you make fun about the cow being hit the cow. You know, those things are real. They happen, and you don't know how genuinely prepared you are as an owner-operator to not to be able to run for 2 weeks. Are you that prepared? Are you that prepared to what it's going to cost you what it's going to cost you in your truck payment, your insurance payment, your house payment, the food, the family, all those things that continue to go on, but no money coming in, and you've got to be genuinely prepared. And if you're not, and if you think you are, man, you need to be where you're firm. You need to be where you're ready to go.
Yes.
And the only way to do that is get out there and run and make some money, even when it's not comfortable, even when you got to go do it, because you know what? This is a great chance this weekend.
It just is. And you know what? We normally don't say that over a holiday week. I mean, normally everybody's shut down on Monday, and they don't come back till Tuesday. And they're going to kind of do the same thing. The difference is we have freight already going that can keep you busy over that weekend. Some long runs, whether it's California, and if you don't go to California, what a great time to go there and come back. Get creative and make it happen. I mean, we're going to do it and do it safe. It's a great, great, great opportunity, again, for you to pick up revenue during a non-revenue period. And as a company driver, think about it. You're still going to get your holiday pay, and you're making money when you're out there running.
You're going to double. You're going to double down. You're going to make more. Hey, look, I'm going to tell you, I've gotten personal phone calls from many, many of our customers that I deal with, especially like FedEx, calling and saying, hey, we're running. We need help.
Yes.
We need them out there. And you know what? It is not a holiday. I was told today, it's no holiday for me because we're running. Everything's open. Everybody's working. Everybody's sorting. And they expect a boom this holiday. They expect a boom this holiday. So there's plenty to do, plenty for all. And I hope you get an opportunity. And Rick, you don't normally come in here and say that. You don't normally say.
Oh, no.
No, he doesn't normally come in and say that. We normally say, hey, everybody. But this is a chance. This is a great chance.
It is an opportunity. I think when you have opportunities, you've got to jump on them if you can. Don't be afraid to do it. Raise your hand. Get going. And I get it, Drive Safe. Listen, as a business owner, I've been there. Not many holidays have I had off. No. So, when it comes to that side, I get it. You know what? I get all of that. You know what? But you know what? It's my day. It is your day off. But you know what? You have an opportunity to if you can go out there and have that opportunity to gain more, do it. I'm just going to encourage you to stretch out a little bit. It's always a good thing. Nothing worse. And I'm going to say, you get with your DM, get that plan going on. Nothing worse than being ready to go and then something falls through. And I get that part too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, but think positive. We have the freight. We have that opportunity. Stretch your legs. Hey, Drive Safe, we got to get on that phrase at pace.
I'm ready.
Do it.
A big mistake is using the horn instead of the brake.
One more time.
A big mistake is using the horn instead of the brake.
All right.
Hi, and welcome to Rapid Fire. Today we are joined by Music Man Mike. So you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Fave childhood TV show.
Oh, I'm going to go with Gilligan's Island.
Well, that was a good one. On the scale of 1 to 10, are you good at keeping secrets?
Oh, 9.
Oh, okay. Is it wrong for a vegetarian to eat an animal cracker?
There's nothing wrong with animal crackers.
Have you ever worn socks with sandals? Tell the truth.
I have to tell the truth because my wife's probably going to see this.
So I'm guessing that's a yes.
And she calls me Felix because we know a guy that used to do it on a regular basis.
Okay. Do you know the definition of triskaidekaphobia?
Triskaidekaphobia. It'll be something to do with frisbees, I think.
Actually, the extreme superstition of the number 13.
Oh, wow.
And what is the sound you would make if you were freezing cold?
No, that's a horse. I'm sorry. Brr.
I like it. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, everybody, and we are back with Buckle Up Bob. What's going on today?
Good
I missed you this
afternoon.
morning, man.
Oh, you lie?
No, we did. I
But I
had fun.
appreciate it.
Yeah, no, I had fun doing the 30-minute break.
Yeah.
We'll talk a little bit about it today.
They
but-
didn't trip you up?
No, no, nobody tricked me up on the 30-minute break. Actually, it's actually a cool the modification they made to it to make it a little bit better, a little bit easier, and a little bit more for the driver. Right? It's designed for them to help them.
Yes, and I got to remember to
And
send
her.
a message to our fleet because, again, for those of you listening, if you talk to your fellow drivers, hey, you want to tune in tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday because we are going to spend 3 days on the pausing the 14, split the sleeper, however you want to look at it. It's all kind of the same terminology, does the same effect, but the rules have changed where you can be when light bulbs come on, it's fun to see the drivers like, oh wow, that is in our favor. But you've got to make that effort to want to learn, right? You can't just stick your head in the sand because you're wasting probably a lot of opportunity to make more money, as Sir Rick was and you were just talking about. There's an opportunity, and you have been given another tool to help make money. And my hope is once you understand it, you're going to see that you don't have to finagle illegal ways to do it, like using PC to save your hours or yard move, right? Them are not what they were designed for. And there's no reason for it now when you know that you can pause that 14-hour day. So it's just one of those things that's going to help you be legal. So again, yes, the 30-minute rule, it just changed from it no longer has to be on duty and driving. You can't drive 8 hours, an 8-hour period without taking a 30-minute break. And then the other change was it can be off or on. It does not have to be off as in before. So old way had to be 30 minutes off duty, not driving, and it had to be in the first 8 hours of your day. Now it's the first 8 hours of driving time, and it can be on or off just as long as you aren't driving the vehicle anywhere. Correct?
Absolutely.
Pretty simple.
Pretty simple. And it can be a combination of on and off.
Yes, it can. As long as you're not
As long as
driving.
you're not driving, it can be any combination that doesn't involve the drive line.
Yes. And that's where the yard moves can kind of come into play because it will keep you on the on duty versus the drive line. So if you're at a customer and you're blocking somewhere and you've been sitting there for 25 minutes, go ahead and move out of the way on yard move, right? And it's going to keep you on that on duty line and not mess up your 30-minute break. So that's what it's designed for. Hey, the easiest definition I can give on all that is you're required to move for whatever reason that you didn't cause, and you don't have the hours to legally do it. That's what yard move and PC is used for. So, just make sure, and we're going to really get into the educational part of that a little bit later on, along with our DMs. But yeah, great topic. And I believe we are at 7:41, right?
We are.
So great job, everybody. Man, the longer these streaks get, and I don't know what it is about these 100 deadliest days that start this weekend in a few days, but we seem to rise to that challenge. And so, hey, let's keep this momentum going. We're going to have a week and a half going into that. So we're going to have about 160 days coming out of this with no preventables. And then we're going to be up in the near 200 with Get Out and Look. That's just a great streak to be having. We do have not a whole lot of weather, if you will. The winds are mainly up here in North Dakota. And so we don't have any trucks there, so that's a good news. I did set up a geofence, but what you're going to see is we've got some 40-mile-an-hour sustained winds. There's 45. There's 45. There's a 44. So no driving up there. Really, it's way too windy. And again, we don't have any trucks up there. So on the rain, you can kind of see this is a forecast. Let me get them numbers out of there. So you kind of see this was kind of right here along the Red River, and it looks like it's moved up or another cell has developed. But you can see the whole eastern half of Texas under rain. Man, it was pouring this morning. I had to go to a doctor's appointment. I headed west, and it was down to 40 miles per hour or get off the road. It was raining that hard. And so, again, we got to be very careful. Producer, we never got these changed, did we? That's not 5.3 inches. Okay. Although it felt like it from some of the rain I've seen, that very well could have been right, but I doubt it. So, again, we got this cell up here in northwestern corner of Arkansas, and then that Dallas right on the Red River, and that whole eastern half. Then we got some storms up here in Idaho and Oregon and Washington, and then this band stretches all the way up into Wisconsin. A few little ones out here on the East Coast, but not too bad. And these are forecasts, so what we're actually seeing right now is some of that spotty stuff up there in the northwest. But here's that band from Houston right up into the Red River and into that corner of Arkansas. So you can see while the forecast stretches all the way up to Green Bay. Right now we just got some right in the center of Missouri along that I-70 from St. Louis to Kansas City. And then the big one, 45 corridor down to Houston and up on the Red River, and then along that, it's going to kind of be that I-44 a little bit out of Oklahoma City. And then I think it's I-40 that comes across Arkansas into Oklahoma as well. So that's really what we got. Let's for tomorrow, just to kind of see what you're going to have in the morning when we wake up. So here, the forecast is going to be for that Arkansas-Memphis area, Oklahoma City again, and then right here on the Illinois-Indiana state line, let's see, that's going to be right along I-64. I know that comes through southern Indiana and right kind of angles down through Lexington. So we're going to have some wind or some rain showers likely in St. Louis, stretching all the way up through Indiana and up into Detroit, Michigan. And our wind gusts, not a whole lot to expect starting out. And I always like to go 3 p.m. because that's usually some of the most strongest winds. And again, we don't see the really dark purple except right there in Wyoming a little bit. So we're going to be looking at the 30 to 40 mile an hour gusts, which usually, the ones we usually see is about 5 to 10 miles under that. So should be just one of those where we adjust our speeds 10 miles an hour unless we're empty, and then we should be okay as far as that. Again, some more wind out there on the east. And I think I already did that. No. And at 3 p.m., you're going to see storms start to fire up in Wyoming, Montana, South Dakota, a little bit right there on I-70 coming out of Denver, 80 going into Nebraska. And then again, still at Memphis, just as in the morning, moves over a little bit eastward and gets a little stronger. Again, also, we've got this I-64 corridor across Kentucky and southern Indiana that's going to see some rain. And the whole northeast corner, you can see stretching up from the Maryland on up into New York, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey as well. So that's what you've got for the next